Okay, let's start by deciding what sort of aim assist you're looking to abuse in today's video and what you want to come away from it. Well, we're going to start by go ahead and showing you the best way to abuse aim assist at long range, then moving on to the best way to actually abuse aim assist at short range, and I'm going to be giving you all the best tips for that, and then we'll actually be moving on to if legacy could be a better option than advanced, or if advanced is still on top, and then at the end of the video we'll be going over training and techniques to obviously enhance you or aim and make sure that you're a better player overall. But anyways, let's go ahead and start with the actual long range distance and how we can actually have the best settings to set us up to have the best chance of getting the strongest aim assist at long range. So these are going to be the best settings you guys are going to want to go ahead and put in. I'm just going to quickly scroll over these. You can easily pause the video on these, and these are actually going to be exponential settings. Now, if you are a linear player, then don't worry, because I'll be getting into some linear settings in a minute that will be good to boost aim assist. But for now, if you are looking to get good aim assist at long range, let's say you're a scrim player looking to take out enemies in the final zone at far range distance, then as you can see, exponential is actually going to go ahead and slow down as you move over the enemy. This is not me slowing it down. This is going to go ahead and give you the best aim assist settings and the strongest settings for that. But if you're looking to actually get stronger aim assist up close, then don't worry, because let's go ahead and move on to the second set of settings, which is going to go ahead and enhance you in the shorter range of things. But hey, what's up? My name is Woods, and if you are a controller player looking to get better in any aspect of Fortnite, then you should definitely consider subscribing to my channel, as what I am is a Fortnite tip YouTuber that actually lets my own family of subscribers choose what tip videos they want to see. I always make editing videos, how to edit faster, best controller settings, and videos just like this that you guys can all request if you subscribe with notifications and be early on a video and request one. Also, we're on the road to getting 100,000 subscribers, so you may as well subscribe as it is free, and you can always unsubscribe at a later date, but you may as well not miss out on any more tips. Also, guys, let's smash 1,000 likes on today's video. I know we can do it, so everyone go down there and drop a like. Now, let's hop into those linear settings that can make you into a beast at close range. Okay, but now let's just say that you want to get better aim assist and boost your aim assist up close. Now, these are going to be the best settings you guys are going to want to head and use for this. Don't worry, remember, we'll get onto some training tips in a minute, but just now, let's get down and make sure that you guys have settled on the idea if you want to have better aim assist at long range or short range. Honestly, both of them are very vital. If you're a zone wolf player and creative player and things like that, and you love to get in people's faces, then this is going to be the best settings for you. Now, the reason why these settings are so good up close is because linear actually allows your character to move very fast around your screen instantly like a PC player. However, we get the advantage on linear that when we're that close up, it actually slows down drastically when we're this close to the player. This would not happen on exponential settings, and that only really kicks in from a long range away. If you do try and aim away from a long distance away on linear settings, then chances are your aim on a AR will not be very good. But if you are W-keying into a person's box like this, you can go ahead and actually move around very fast. But when it comes to the actual player, I can barely even move off the character there. As you can see there, when I was shaking my thing, I can barely even come off the bot when shaking my screen. But now when the bot is not there or I look away, then actually it's super easy to shake around, and it is very easy to do. All you guys have to remember is that you have to get super close in your face for the aim assist to be working at a maximum speed. However, I'm not going to get too much into that, and I'll give you some more tips on how to actually boost it and how you can train your aim in a second. But let's go ahead and move on to the next portion of today's video. Now let's go ahead and talk about legacy and advanced options on a controller and which ones are better. Now I currently actually have the legacy option on, and how you can tell if you are playing legacy is if you go into your settings and it says to use advanced options on. If you go ahead and turn this on, you'll have all these a lot extra more customizable features towards your controller. However, if you turn it off, you'll notice that you'll all be gone. However, is it a viable option to actually have it off? Well, I think it could be, because a lot of the times Epic now nerfs linear and exponential people. However, after all this time, they've forgotten about the old legacy options. And now what this means is if you switch back to these old settings, you can actually go ahead and return to the old L2 spamming and LT spamming, things that a lot of controller players are known for. If any of you guys use the actual advanced options to get linear, then you actually physically can't use the LT option where you spam it, as it is ineffective. So if you guys are looking for the old status where you can actually LT your enemies and get some really nice headshots, then make sure to actually go ahead and to switch back to the old legacy options that do not have any of the advanced features. But now let's go ahead and explain some of the features if you were to use the advanced options instead, and what benefits it could bring us if we use that. As yes, boosting your aim assist using the LT spamming technique is good, however it might not be viable in all situations, so let's break it down. If I was to go ahead and turn on the advanced options now, we can go ahead and go back to my exponential options. Now, I personally like to use exponential because I like to have a good AR aim, and these are settings that are going to get you good AR aim on the advanced options. So accept that, and now what this is going to mean is if I was to go ahead and actually L2 spam, I don't actually hit barely any of the shots, as you can see there. When I was using the L2 spam technique before on the legacy options, I was getting pulled back in. Whereas using the advanced options, it doesn't pull me in whatsoever. As you can see, I'm right next to the person, but it's not pulling me in. But the benefits it does include is if I was to be up here, for example, and I was to drag my mouse or my controller over, as you know, it slows down drastically. So if the person was moving, unfortunately I don't have a moving object, but if the person was moving, the tracking is so much better on the advanced options. So if you're further away and the person is running, then the way better option for you would be to actually use the new advanced options, and it will help you with tracking way more. Now, the reason why you might want to go ahead and do this is because it's way more reliable. The L2 tracking technique isn't too good, and basically your aim is all over the place because you're constantly going in and out of aiming, and when you're going in and out, it speeds up and slows down. Whereas with this, the advanced options being on, your tracking is way more smooth and reliable and most likely to hit shots. You may not hit all headshots, but you're more likely to hit all body shots and hit them 100% of the time. So it's something to be worth, and if you guys think that you'd rather hit more shots overall than a couple headshots here and there from L2 spamming, then I'd recommend advanced options. But L2 spamming is always nevertheless a good option. But let's move on to some ways you can actually train and some techniques you can take advantage of to boost your aim assist even more. Okay, so one of the first techniques I actually have for you guys, this is actually quite an unknown one and recently has come out in the community. And now what this is you guys may not know about it, but how to actually boost your aim assist. Unfortunately, this person isn't moving, but if he was, then basically, if he was just moving and I was just to let go of my controller and do nothing, then my actual angle of my camera wouldn't follow him along due to the recent nerfs. However, there's actually a way to bypass this and a way to get your camera to actually follow it and lock on more and get the lock-on effect. What you can actually do is actually go ahead and strafe. If you strafe left to right, it actually activates your aim assist. As you can see there, I'm not touching my controller other than moving the left stick, but I don't know if you guys can see, the actual aim assist is locking onto the head and keeping my middle dot right on his head. Now, if I was to stand still and this guy was to move and not let anything, my camera would not move at all. So the best way to go ahead and counter this is by moving left to right, strafing like this, and for some reason, aim assist is actually activated here, and is a great culprit and actually lock onto the person's head or body, whatever you're aiming at more. And all you gotta do is just move left to right while aiming down, and by moving left to right, it will actually dodge bullets more, and it will also lock onto the person and give you better aim assist. That's the first tip. Let's move on to the second. Okay, now this next tip is actually going to be something that a lot of pros like to use. And now us controller players don't always have as good a mechanics on keyboard and mouse as we would on controller. So what we actually do to counter this is have good aim. And now how can you get insane aim that are way better than a mouse and keyboard is always going to outperform. Now a lot of people, when they get into a box fight situation with a player, you know, they tend to stand 2 meters away from the actual player itself, spraying left to right, crouching and doing other things that are unnecessary. Now the best way to actually get in your opponent's face and actually kill him successfully 100% of the time, even if they're on keyboard and mouse, the best thing is called barrel stuffing. Now how can you barrel stuff? For example, some players like to stand out the box, edit, shoot the thing, and now this is more for keyboard and mouse players to take advantage of its fast editing and whatnot. Us controller players, you need to take advantage of what we have, and that is aim assist. So we need to get in players' faces. Now how can we get in players' faces? Is by just running into the player's box and just spraying them in the head and pushing right up against them. As you can see here, if I'm like in the box with a player, I might miss a couple shots, and it's not too great if I'm crouching left to right and I'm like 1 meter away from the player. 1 meter is great and all, but you know what's even better? Being 0 meters, like this close here, literally touching the person, because you cannot miss a shot and it's all going to be headshots. So the best way to go ahead and actually kill someone fast in a box and boost your chances of getting stronger aim assist is by getting super close up to your opponent and just barrel stuffing in his face, and you'll kill him 100% of the time. Rather, if you're to crouch spam and shake your camera around, you may not hit every single shot, and it's sometimes ineffective. Let's move on to the next technique. Okay, so this is actually something on the last on the list, and this is actually a warm-up map you can actually use to practice your aim on. Now what this is going to do is it includes many different options you can use, and I'm going to about to show them now. Okay, now they're actually in this game mode. What you can actually see is it has many different options. It's a bit like Kovacs if you've ever heard of it, or some sort of an aim practice. Now there's loads of different options you can use to practice your aim, but we're going to be focusing on AR aim. So you're going to want to go ahead and go to popcorn. And now what popcorn is, I'll show you, is basically a bunch of ballers that are actually flying around you, and how this is going to help you improve your aim is by tracking. So for example here, you actually get aim assist on these balls, so you can actually go ahead and practice aiming on these players as if there was someone flying through the sky, because a lot of players in scrims nowadays are using jump pads and launch pads to go through the sky. It's going to be perfect to actually practice your aim and stuff like this, and it's very customizable with lots of different features, as you can actually turn things on coming from the sky. So if it ever people was to ever come from the sky or higher up from you, you can actually practice your aim in lots of different aspects. Now you can obviously check out lots of different features on this map, but I'll leave it all up to you to go ahead and find this out, as you can go ahead and explore it for yourself. But nevertheless, I definitely think this is a great aim course map that you can go ahead and practice your aim on and boost your aim assist strength, because you will then know your settings better and practice on them, and you'll feel way more confident. Other than that, guys, though, make sure to subscribe if you are still watching, because it clearly means I've done a good job. And also make sure to check out another one of my videos. Go watch it and make sure you improve even more. If you have got another spare minute, you can always go ahead and learn something new about my channel. And also do consider subscribing to see more videos like this in future. And make sure to have those notifications on so you never miss a new tip video. Also, remember the like goal of 1,000 likes, guys. I know we can do it. And other than that, I guess I will see you all in the next video. Peace.